Thank you, dudes. Okay, I have something remarkable to show you today. This, without doubt, is the most optically three-dimensional mat I have seen to date. This is totally freaking me out. So this is the Wasteland, mat from Pwork War Games, and it's a kind of like a blank canvas, desolate wasteland mat. But I don't think I have ever seen a mat, and I've been kind of like moving around and getting up and down to different levels. I don't think I've ever seen a mat that has been more kind of optically three-dimensional in its texture. It's extraordinary. It is absolutely extraordinary. And that's before I even get into the details and the tiny little details and design elements in the mat. Just whenever you roll this thing out, this is the 6x4 neoprene. It also comes in other sizes and other materials like PVC, vinyl, cloth. But it's the neoprene. It's the neoprene we want. That's hard wearing, nice weight, always rolls out flat. That's the material of choice for any gamer these days. But the moment I rolled it out, I went, wow. Just whatever angle you come at it from, it just seems to just kind of rise up out of the mat. It's really something else. It really is something else. Looking at the details, right. What can I say? It's a bunch of cracked earth. So details-wise, it is just absolutely covered in detail. But at the same time, you know, there's no outstanding detail in it that makes you feel like the mat is restricting you in any way. It's another one of those kind of must-have mats for the collection. You know the type I'm talking about, you know, with you've got your really good kind of grass mat. So you always have something grass. You've got that kind of really good mat with the stone effect for your kind of your cities and your dungeons and stuff. This is your default kind of wasteland mat. So 40k, Fallout, pretty much anything really. This mat will just lend itself to that. And I can see all sorts of sci-fi buildings and things like that just working on this. I think, even for you guys playing Age of Sigmar, that this is just stunningly good. It feels like the kind of chaos wastelands. For you guys on the Kings of War, you know, those abyssals, you can imagine them crawling out and going to war across this. Certainly for myself, I have some chaos guys that we play with the Age of Saga Magic, and I think that they would just be incredible on this mat. I really do. Your terrain choices are kind of limitless because you could put almost anything on this. I'm tempted, if you swing around over there, I'm tempted to grab some of that stuff and of the city stuff and put it on just to see how it sits. Where do you start with the individual details? Love the intonation of the mat. Firstly, the color palette of the mat is beautiful. Lovely, warm colors. Feels really natural. We had to take some mats recently and warm them up using colored dyes and things like that. No such requirement with a mat like this. It's lovely and natural, which means that you can make your scatter terrain, your rubble mixes and things like that very easily match with that, because the very stone grey kind of harsh cold colored mats are actually quite difficult for you to work with terrain wise as a wargamer, because most of the washes and things that we do tends to add a little bit of a brown pigment to it. So using your washes and sprays and things like that on your terrain and on your rubble mix will fit in nicely with this mat. Really nice choice of color palette. Really nice choice of color palette. Specific design details that I love is I really love the harsh shadows that they've given behind some of these rocks. This is what is giving them that three-dimensional, almost like pop out of the matte effect, is that they've went harsh with the shadows. It's a really nice optical trick. The resolution of the matte is very, very good and able to pull that off. So it really is a heck of a matte, and certainly one that would go to the top of my list as mats to have your core collection that you can whip out and have real kind of flexibility of what you do on it. So yeah, that is the Wasteland mat by Pwork. Back to the guys.